I need my witch hat today. I need my witch hat. My witch hats are in the reliquary. Ooh. Facebook, pardon me, Facebook. My witch hats are in the reliquary. I do not have my witch hats with me. I'm traveling and I need a witch hat with me, a really good witch hat. Whoa. I'm getting Facebook for the book launch. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Getting Facebook together. Pardon me, Facebook, for being a little slippery over here. I need my witch hats. Can you all hear me okay on YouTube? Are you all hearing me okay on YouTube? Are you hearing me okay on YouTube? I'm on Facebook as well. Book launch! Book launch! Happy full moon! Happy full moon! Happy full moon! If we haven't met, I'm Reverend Valerie Love, Divine Midwife and Soul Destiny, practicing Christian witch. Baby, we here. Come on, princess. I love it. I love it. So I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. I'm on the Christian Witches Facebook fan page, and I'm live on YouTube, Valerie Love TV. We are having a ball because tonight I'm reading to you excerpts from the new book. So smash up the likes. Go grab all your Christian witches friends. Grab all your Christian witches peeps. People that wonder, what is a Christian witch? Grab them all and tell them, come on, come on, come on. It's the full moon, and it's full moon in Libra, and I'm a Libra. Oh, it's about to go down, Derry. Guess what I'm starting with, Derry? I'm starting with the dedication because I'm reading to you all some excerpts. I'm starting with the dedication, and don't play with me, y'all. Go order this book right now. This book is on pre-order right now on Kindle at Amazon.com. We got to put up some big numbers to show Amazon and everybody what's going on. So make sure. He loved the pink. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So go right now and order the book, okay? Here's the dedication. Are you ready, Terry? Are you ready? This tome, Facebook, you ready? Facebook, I don't see no comments. Y'all not commenting on Facebook. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to us, talk to us, talk to us. This tome is lovingly dedicated to Derry P. Carpenter, Anon Celeste, Autumn C. Kennard, Kristen Swint, Angela Kuhn, and the goddess Sloan O'Connor of the Christian Witches Roundtable. Ooh, makes me want to cry. Thank you for inviting me into your space, which felt like a soul hug from ancient, once lost, and now found sisters. Kudos to all of you for the powerful work you do to uplift and advance Christian witches globally. You are loved and appreciated. That's the dedication, peeps. If you don't know what the Christian Witches Roundtable is, go to Valerie, what am I saying? Go to ChristianWitches.com. And when you get to ChristianWitches.com, click on Christian Witches Roundtable, and you're going to see a discussion. They invited me to be an honorary guest. I got to be a member of the Roundtable for an episode. And make sure you follow. I was watching you guys the other day. It was so good. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Mara. Mara, thank you so much. It was a discussion that y'all were having. And the discussion was, normally I'm used to looking that way on my iPad. I gotta remember I'm looking this way now. We got hearts and likes flowing on YouTube, on Facebook. Yay, yay! Oh my goodness, cannot wait to read it. So let me share with y'all the story of this book. Y'all are gonna love this. Y'all are gonna love this. So as you know, I coach, and I gotta tell you something. I learn as much from my coaching clients as I learn from teachers and from my kids. You know, you learn a lot from people that you serve. You just learn a lot from people that you serve. So this is so, oh, Ghana is watching! Ghana, you have the full instructions now on how to be a Christian witch. It's on Kindle. It is available now for pre-order. And I'm going to read to you all the table of contents in a second. I'm going to read to you the table of contents because I have the manuscript here in front of me, putting the finishing touches on the manuscript. And the book is ready for pre-order right now. God bless you. Right now. Jerry! I was praying for some wisdom or something, and literally, right when I asked, ooh, Jared, and literally came live, ooh, happen to have a word of wisdom for me from Spirit. Oh, yes, yes, woo! I did. Very, very interesting because I pulled out the deck and the Emperor's here. And the Emperor is all about order, organization, rulership, firm foundation and rootedness, sitting firmly on the throne, expressing leadership. Because sometimes, we tend to sit back. It's not the time to sit back, it's the time to express leadership. This is the time when it's more stand up and lean in. And that if you stand up, lead in, take leadership, and say some pretty outspoken things, magic will happen. Magic will happen. That's a word. So, Jared, we'll chat later. You know how we do. We'll chat later. Even though, Jared, I have been so deep into the creation process, I haven't been talking to just about anybody. I went on there to talk to my support team because my daughter is working with us now in Book Empire. So I haven't been, hanging out with my friends on WhatsApp like I love to do because I have been like, I've been going in on the writing. And the other day I had a 10,000 word day. I believe with writing, and if you don't know what I'm talking about with regard to writing your book, join the Book Empire Facebook group because right now I'm coaching, I'm doing a lot of training and teaching on your book and stepping up to the plate and writing your book and sharing your witchy words and your wisdom and your metaphysics and your spiritual. The whole tribe here is all spiritual and witchy and metaphysical. So step up. We need you now, metaphysical people, witchy people, magical people, powerful people. We need you now. So anyway, I was working with a client, and in the conversation, I shared that I was actually working on something like 3 books at the same time, which I am. Probably more like 5, but I'm going to take it down to 3 because 2 were not flowing. They were kind of like, right? Oh, thank you so much, Jason. God bless you. Oh, this Christian witches thing. Oh, I have so much to say about Christian witches. So much to say. This book is little. It's only about 130 pages. It's a bombshell. It's a tiny little bombshell of a book. Wait till you read it. Y'all don't play with me. Use that link right now and go buy the book. Don't play with me. Use that link and go buy the book and pre-order. I want to see sales blow up over this next day or 2. And we're in the full moon. So I'm speaking to one of my clients. I'm sharing with him, he's building his great vast empire. So I just shared a little bit of my experience about how I'm working on several books at the same time. Later on in a conversation, he says to me, Kaisi, pick the one that is most close to completion or the one that you really know would help people the most and finish it. And it was such a powerful word because I was like, thank you, God. Because God had been telling me, you're doing all these different books and you're not completing one specific book that could be of immense help to people right now. So you know how we have all these creative projects? I'm just like you all. Everything I teach you, I experience. So I said, okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And you know what I did? You know what that did? It harnessed. Pre-order now! Ding, 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 ding. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Yay! Oh my God, Derry. I got the God bumps now. I'm so happy. I pray you all love it. I pray you all love it. Make sure reviews, because reviews help other witches all around the world that are looking and seeking and asking questions. Like I put in the book the questions I had, like covens and holy days. And I'm going to read to you all the table of contents in a moment. So anyway, I harnessed, after I got that word from Spirit that I knew was coming from God, I harnessed all of my energy and attention onto this project. It was like It was like bzzz, zoom. And I'm going to tell you something. This is not the book I thought I was going to write. If you had told me, even 2 months ago, that I would write a book about forming covenants as Christian witches, being initiated as Christian witches, I would have been like, I don't know. Because I'll tell you some of the other projects I'm working on. One of the other Christian witches books that I'm working on is a book of Christian witches prayers, because we don't have a prayer book, right? We have all, you have prayer books and hymn books of all different kinds of experiences, but we don't have a Christian witches prayer book, like really good prayers for Christian witches. So I've written several, and that book was coming along. Then I'm also writing a book called What is Witch? And this gets to explore witch as many different archetypes. Like, witch is midwife, witch as cutwife. A cutwife is one who does abortions. A midwife is one who births babies. Witch as whore, witch as holy mother. Like, there are all these phases and facets of the witch. And so I'm doing a book that explores these different facets, because these are all facets of my own consciousness, on which is like a diamond. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome, 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 welcome. Get all your witchy friends together, because we're having a book launch of the new book, How to Be a Christian Witch. I just read the dedication, and now we're about to look at the table of contents. I'm going to share with you the table of contents. Right now it's available for pre-order. Go order it on Amazon right now. The actual book, the link is below this vid. Thanks, Queen Bee. The link is below this vid on both Facebook and YouTube. I'm live on the Facebook Christian Witches Facebook fan page. Hey, Christian Witches! And I'm live on YouTube on Valerie Love TV. And the book is available right now for pre-order. I had to make sure to get it up there in time for this full moon launch so we could talk about it, and I could tell you all about it, tell you the story of it. The pre-order is available right now, and the book releases on the new moon on April 22nd. Wow. Wow. So I did not intend to write this book. I did not. Here's what happened. I sat down, I harnessed all my energy and attention, and I just started writing. And as I was writing, something was streaming through, and I was looking at it like, what is this? I was very clear that I was not making it up. I was stream of consciousness, and the muse had taken a hold of me and almost was like using me as an instrument. And it was like, brrr. Now this is my 18th book published, but I've probably written about 20 books, because I have some books that are not published. This is my 18th published book, and I'm going to tell you something. This book is different from every other book I've ever written. Just different, okay? So, let's go further. Pour it out, pour it out, pour it out. This book was written in a matter of days. I just pre-ordered. Yes! Thank you for the pre-order. Oh my God. I need my bell. Ding, 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 ding. Ordering the books, ordering the books, ordering the books. Y'all, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for supporting the work. Thank you for more coming, because the more you support the work, the more we flow, right? It's a give and receive. It's give and receive. And I love that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I really do. Here is the table of contents. And then once I go through the table of contents, let's play a game. Put in the comments, hey darling, how you loving? Put in your comments, thank you so much. Put in the comments what you want to hear me read, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to go through the whole table of contents, and when you hear what you want me to read, just type it in the comments, and I'm going to see which chapter wins. All right, here we go. Introduction, 12 divestments, what this book cannot do for you. When you hear something that you want to hear, just say it, and I'll read it to you. The ultimate decision, decision number 2, decision number 3, decision number 4, decisions. What is a declaration? To whom are you making the declaration? Initiation as a Christian witch, the blood oath, the initiator, the preparation for the initiation, your new sacred name, your consecration. Wow, I don't see no comments yet. Wow. Are we waiting to hear the whole thing? The ultimate decision. Okay, we got one. Okay, Bethany, the ultimate decision. Ooh, the blood oath. Ooh, initiation. Ooh, to whom are you making the declaration? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love it. I love it. I love it. What is a declaration? Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to start with the ultimate decision. Okay, initiatory order of rites. After the initiation, the physical copy is going to be out on April 22nd. Right now, you can pre-order the Kindle version. Annual ritual of remembrance, codify your path, magical implements. Ooh, the blood oath got another vote. Magical implements, 29 annual rituals, coven formation, 3-part clarion call to Christian witches everywhere. And that's it. So we're going to start with the ultimate decision. The ultimate decision, page 1. Here we go. The ultimate decision. Then I think I might go to the blood oath because a couple of votes came in for the blood oath. Here is the ultimate decision. I'm scrolling through the pages now. Scrolling. Almost there. The ultimate decision. I will have both Kindle and physical. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. Just like Christian Witches Manifesto. Oh, please leave us some reviews and let me know how you like the manifesto. The ultimate decision. For me as a Christian witch, there was an ultimate decision to be made. I felt the irresistible pull to the occult. Even while in the Kingdom Hall, I was raised in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. That real and raw story is in my book, Confessions of a Christian Witch. And then later, after leaving the cult, in church. I joined a non-denominational church for a while, looking for an alternative to the fundamentalist upbringing that had shackled my mind. At the time, I didn't know what I was looking for. I only knew I was looking for something. Dissatisfaction set me on the quest. No one who's deeply satiated goes looking for anything. Not only was I not satiated, I was starved, soul starved. I devoured books on Buddhism, astrology, Wicca, the occult, magic, angels and demons and spirit communication, spirit guides, animal totems, prayer, meditation, and spirituality. I cannot tell you how many books I read when my hungry bear self first exited the cave. Wicca was the closest thing to answering some of my questions, yet it didn't seem to hit the nail on the head. While I had and have nothing against Wicca, it just wasn't singing to my soul. There had to be more. Then it finally hit me. Like all truth, it had been there all along. Yes, I had tarot decks and I had Bibles. Yes, I had crystals and I had crosses. Yes, I had magic and I had miracles. Nothing said I had to get rid of either. I already had everything that fulfilled me spiritually. I just didn't consciously understand how to integrate it all. Wonder of wonders. I had heard all the puzzle pieces all along. I just had to put this jigsaw together. Integration. For me, the most important decision I had to make, following my revelation that there was nothing to throw out, only an integration to undergo, was to decide that I was going to move forward with being a Christian witch. You see, you have to make that decision. You have to literally make that decision. If you're a Christian witch and you haven't made that decision yet, and you're still wondering and waffling, should I be over here? Should I be over there? Just watch the Christian Witches Roundtable. Just watch the Christian Witches YouTube channel. Just watch any of the witches, the Christian witches that are sharing and teaching. What we've decided is we're Christian witches. We made that decision. I didn't know I was a Christian witch at the time. Okay? I had never heard the term before it flew out my mouth in a burst of inspiration on a YouTube video I uploaded on October 22nd, 2011. That video went viral for obvious reasons, and out came the haters. Before uploading the video, I had a sense of what was about to happen. The fear crept through my whole being and almost aborted the upload. Thankfully, something in me, let's call it the soul, was bigger than the tiny, frail, afraid human me. The big self, that's capital S self, inspired and compelled me to upload the video anyway. That day changed everything. Before the video, I had one understanding of my path. After the video, I was completely clear that I was integrating what appeared to be two distinct and even diametrically opposed belief systems, Christ on one hand and the craft on the other. Could these two live together peacefully, productively, purposefully? I had no idea, yet I was willing to find out. I made the all-important decision to go in that direction, a decision that didn't require a committee of other people. I am a committee of one, you are a committee of one. Make the decision. It said that next steps are never shown to us until we decide. You decide, the universe answers. Make the decision today that you are walking the way of the Christian witch with your head held high no matter what. And that is the chapter on the ultimate decision. All right. Let's go to the blood oath. Let's go to the blood oath. Hearts flying up on Facebook. Yay! You like it? You like it? Oh, amazing. So happy you like it. I gotta see a lot of reviews for this book. Reviews. And all y'all that have my books, go put some reviews on Amazon. Reviews. Share how you use the books. Share what you got from the books. Share why people should read the books. Reviews count. All right, let's go to the blood oath. Y'all like blood. Y'all said blood oath. Blood oath. I'm going to scroll through to the blood oath. Amen and ashe. Some on both sides claim the two cannot coexist, but we are. Here we are. Absolutely. People keep saying that Christian and witch don't go together. That's because they themselves have not yet come into the understanding of how Christian and witch goes together. And for me, they're perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. My tarot deck and my Bible. Okay, let's get to the blood oath. The blood oath. I'm scrolling through. This book is about 130 pages. It is the blood oath. Many initiations around the world involve blood, either that of the initiate or of an animal. Now, I have been to Bimbe's, Yoruba, and they chase a chicken and they slice up a goat, and a goat is definitely going to be sacrificed. Allow me for a moment, I may add that in there, allow me for a moment to reflect on my visit to the Maasai on the African plains of Kenya. The village chief's son explained to us the process used to extract blood from the neck vein of a cow by using a straw. Yay, you just offended me on Facebook, yay. It doesn't kill the cow. To let blood into a gourd for them to drink. I almost hurled right then and there. Though the Maasai are herders who do not kill cows, nor do they eat the flesh of cows, they drink the blood of cows to mark special or significant occasions. They also take care that the cow is not endangered, nor does it die due to loss of blood in the process. Now, I think there's a few, I've heard of another spiritual tradition as well, where they drink cow blood in Africa as well. The Maasai take blood very seriously, and for good reason. Blood is potent. Blood is a pact binder. Blood is life. Blood is a deal maker and a deal breaker. Okay? Yes, it's in the Bible, it sure is. A blood oath is a binding oath for all eternity. This is why we use a blood oath in initiations. For those who are squeamish about the issue, remember, that when anyone arrives at the doctor's office for a checkup, they're not in the door for 15 minutes before they've been disrobed and relieved of urine and a couple of tubes of blood. Why? Because the scientists can look at your blood to determine how healthy your body is. We have no problem with these procedures. We do not object. We think it's normal. Many women have a blood flow cycle that coincides with the moon. Babies are born amidst blood. When we were kids, you may have become blood brothers or sisters or otherwise with a good friend in a ceremony of sorts where you both let blood and mixed it. Don't you remember blood brothers and blood sisters and all that stuff we did when we were kids? To normalize initiatory blood, this is initiatory blood, realize that the amount of blood that will leave your body for a blood oath is considerably less than what a doctor drains of you in a routine examination with no untoward effects. So you're not talking tubes of blood here like the doctor. They just stick a thing in there, just, vampire you real quick. I'm not saying to slit wrists or cut a vein. We absolutely would not ever do that in magic. In the initiation, we speak of using a blade of some sort to draw blood. You can just as easily, and I've used this method when initiating others as well, prick your finger with a pin and squeeze blood out. You can do that with your thumb. If you don't like a knife, you don't need a knife, get a pin, stick it in your, squeeze it, bam. The amount of blood is not the issue. A drop of blood will do. So what I really want to help us understand is the normalcy of blood. Blood is very normal in packs. I'd like to state at this juncture that the blood oath has its precedent in the Bible. Okay? A solemn oath was often sealed with animal blood of some kind. Passover is such a tradition. With that said, there are scriptures in the Bible that speak of using blood to seal an oath between God and humankind, or to cleanse sins. I don't really believe in sins. I call it self-inflicted nonsense, but the Bible calls it sins, right? Or for sacrifices for a multitude of reasons. I say this to state that using blood isn't strange or foreign in spiritual and religious circles. See Exodus 29:21. I have a lot of scripture quotes in here because we love scriptures because we're Christian witches. We like the Bible magic. If you don't feel comfortable with a blood oath, don't do it. If you do feel comfortable with it, proceed in a safe manner. Proceed safely is the next section. Here's how we proceed in a safe manner. We do not touch blood that belongs to other people, and we do not give other people our own blood. Everyone works exclusively with their own blood, and this is also if you're in a coven, okay? The blood oath is made by pricking a finger or making a small cut with a dagger in the palm of the hand, making sure to avoid veins, and sealing a written oath by pressing the finger to the page so that the blood is on the page in a precise spot, similar to a signature. So you're going to have your declaration. And I teach you in here, it has in here a declaration, how you can write out your declaration. It also has a sample declaration if you want to use it for inspiration. At any rate, you're going to have a declaration. And your declaration is written out like on parchment paper or some kind of magical paper or some kind of old looking scroll. Don't we love that old witchy stuff? I can hear Divine Lady did her song right now. We love that old witchy stuff. She just came into my consciousness just now. She also co-manages, she's an admin on the Christian Witches Facebook fan page. And Divine Lady in her song, she's just very witchy. So I know that she probably, is hearing that now. So you're going to use this old scroll kind of paper. You get it from the magic shop. And your declaration is going to be written out. You can write it out in dragon's blood. We talk about how to write out the declaration in another section of the book. So you can write out your declaration. It's going to go in your initiatory order of rites, which we talk about that in another section of the book as well. And what you're going to do is you're going to have it all written out, and you're going to have a place where your name is, and then a place right next to it where the blood oath goes. So it's either going to be like a handprint or a fingerprint. I recommend a fingerprint, okay? So you're going to, by pressing the finger to the page so that the blood is on the page in a precise spot similar to a signature. That's it. No one is drinking blood or hemorrhaging. It's a simple prick and we're done. I found that this is highly effective for the initiate and the initiator. If there is an initiator, we'll talk about the initiator in another chapter. As stated above, the amount of blood used is not as big a factor in this initiation as the use of blood itself. So the universe is not measuring, is this a pint of blood or a fingerprint of blood? It's that blood itself, when introduced into it, is a conduit and its power and its life. Now, as stated above, the amount of blood used, okay. You'll know what to do, trust yourself. If you've written out your declaration, a version of which is that moon blood also works if you're on your moon cycle. Oh yeah, moon blood. You can collect your own blood, which is just wonderful. That's right. You can use your moon blood. Uh, Tell no one where you place. Oh, let me back up. If you've written out your declaration, a version of which is in a chapter to come, you can seal it with your own blood. Then you can roll it up in scroll fashion, wrap it with a silk ribbon or swath of fabric. Silk is a natural fiber. And place it in safekeeping, a place where you keep all your highly charged magical items. Tell no one where you placed your blood-bound oath. No one touches it physically. If desired, you can bring the declaration out each year on the anniversary of your initiation to perform a ritual of remembrance, more on this later, to remember and deepen your commitment to being a Christian witch. Now let's briefly touch on the initiator, should you choose to have one. That is the blood oath. Keep it real simple, real direct. Let's go to what other chapters you all asked about. Let's see. What other chapters did you all ask about? Ooh. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. Ooh, 29 annual rituals, the blood oath. Oh, this is epic. Yay! Tell me what else. What else? What else? Tell me what other chapters you all want to hear. Tell me. Facebook, talk to me. What other chapters do you want to hear? Amen. Some on both sides claim the two. Oh, yeah, yeah. Initiation. Initiation is a long chapter. I don't think we can get through initiation. It's a long chapter. Oh, 29 annual rituals to whom you are making the declaration to. That was the one. To whom you're making the declaration. Let's go to that one. To whom, what is a declaration? And to whom are you making the declaration? Let's go to whom are you making the declaration? And then we're going to wrap up because we can't be here all night. We got to buy books and sell books. Here is to whom are you making the declaration? Now, just before this chapter is the declaration chapter. And what the declaration is and what goes in the declaration. I'll also give you a sample declaration if you like. To whom are you making the declaration? You. You are making the declaration to yourself. Yay! Pre-order! Yay! I got the God bumps. It's beautiful. You are making the declaration to yourself. There's nothing in the definition of a declaration that says it has to be public. Yet there's a connotation of a soapbox or a megaphone. No megaphones required. This is about you, for you. You can 100% trust that if the declaration is truly made to yourself, it's also made to everyone around you. Conversely, if you didn't truly make a declaration to yourself within yourself, it doesn't matter what you shout from the rooftops, no one will believe you. You may wonder about the power of making a declaration to yourself. The power, woo! Ding, 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 mwah! Billionfold return. See you. Loves. Love it, love it, love it. You may wonder about the power of making a declaration to yourself. The power is closely related to your power of choice. When you make a silent vow within yourself that is held to be in alignment with the truth of who you are, you know the unshakable power of that decision. We've done this a million times. We've made some silent decision within self about something deeply important, usually on the heels of some horrific contrast. We may have spoken it under the breath in a hushed tone. This will never happen again. There was an inner decision followed by the power of the word. The result? You've never had that thing again. The universe heard you because it's always listening. This is the power of the silent vow. the declaration to oneself. I'm not suggesting that you will never make a declaration to anyone else about you being a Christian witch. Indeed, your initiation may be full of coven mates and or magical friends and family. I'm saying that the first declaration about you being a Christian witch must be made to yourself, within yourself. Without this first, solid, sincere, unshakable declaration to self, all else is mute. No one can seek to go out and claim to be in the world with credibility what they have not solidified and indeed become within the heart and soul. Now, let's go deeper into initiation. Woo! That was the chapter on who are you making a declaration to? Who are you making a declaration to? Let's do one more. Let's do what is a declaration? And then we're going to wrap it up. How's that sound? That's nice and creamy. A declaration is defined as a formal or explicit statement or announcement, or the formal announcement of the beginning of a state or condition. Because I'm a Christian witch and I love reading the Bible, there's a parallel that's coming up for me now, found at 1 John 1:1, where it states in the King James Version, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." This message teaches the energetic, creative action and power of the Word with a capital W. Some churches, God bless you. Mwah. Billionfold return to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some churches teach that this verse refers to Christ. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. That's not what we're discussing here. What we're discussing here is the immense and precise creative power in the Word. When you speak a thing, that thing is being created through a process governed by divine love. Words become things. This is a magical maxim. Every magical and or occult tradition relies heavily upon and enthusiastically utilizes the potent power of words in the form of invocations, incantations, spells, evocations, prayers, and more, with many rituals requiring laser accuracy with the words expressed, while others require exact arrangement and placement of each word. Why is so much care devoted to words? Woo! Mwah! Billionfold return to you. Love you, love you, love you. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to smash up the likes. And make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. It goes without saying that almost every one of us has experienced the mighty effects of our spoken word. As a practicing Christian witch, you can now put this power to a good use by making a declaration of who you are and what you do. In church, people make declarations of faith. At the altar, partners make vows of togetherness and love. Same concept. Hey, love. You have the wonderful and sublime opportunity. I'm reading from the new book, excerpts from the new book. Order it with the link with this vid. Order now. You have the wonderful and sublime opportunity. If you love Christian witches and you love what we supply and what we are, and you always come in to binge wonderful content, this is your opportunity to feed into the ministry, okay? Don't play with me. Get the book. Do not play. You can't, don't be that one that just hangs around in the community, hanging out. Come on, get in there. Get in there, support, all of that, right? Beautiful. You have the wonderful and sublime opportunity to make a formal and explicit statement or announcement that you are now a Christian witch. You can make a formal announcement of the beginning of a new state of being and doing for yourself. This becomes your initiation, should you choose to have one. While initiatory rites as a Christian witch will be offered later in this tome, it deserves a word or two here as well. Initiation involves the word. Initiates in many traditions are required to speak words or make a confession of some sort. You can order the Kindle right now, and the paperback is coming out as well shortly. So the Kindle book is ready for pre-order right now. Paper book is shortly to follow. Some rites require a statement of renunciation while others require a positive affirmation of what will be done going forward. Because an initiation is binding, as are words, unless or until they're canceled, the two work seamlessly together in magical tradition after magical tradition to bind the initiate to the path by invoking the vast resources of the subconscious mind. I'm going to explain to you what I mean by this in a moment. This is especially true to initiations, rituals, or practices where a phrase is oft repeated. Sometimes in some initiations, the person has to keep saying something over and over and over again. These words become mnemonic devices, solidifying the initiate on the path, even when unforeseen circumstances would normally cause one to waver. We cannot overstate the power of words, hence the power of your declaration. See, this declaration, this word, is going to be a conduit of energy that's going to lift you because there's power in the word. So this declaration is based on 1 John 1:1. And because we love the Bible, it's a beautiful thing to base it on. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So when you're speaking God. When energy is coming out of your mouth, this is the all-potent, all-powerful, infinite creative energy known as God, Source. That's what you're working with when you work with the Word. Any questions? Oh my God, this was such an incredible, incredible experience. The book is ready. The book is ready. The book is ready for pre-order. And it's going to be delivered to you on April 22nd on the new moon. Today is the full moon. And it will be delivered to you. So order it today, order it now, give it to someone. You can even loan it to people, I think, on your Kindle. And even if you don't have a Kindle, you can read it online through the Kindle app. Any questions, thoughts, comments? What say you? Witches? Talk to me. Questions, comments, what's on your mind? Facebook, you're quiet. What's going on? Talk to us. What's happening? Before we conclude, what's happening? Talk to us. What are you going to use? What are you going to, that's awesome. Cannot wait to get it. Yay. What do you think you'll use? Do you think you'll become initiated as a Christian witch? What are your thoughts? Are you already initiated as a witch? Super excited? Beautiful. Blood oath to God. That's a good question. The blood oath is a binding pact between you and Source. Yes, just like God did with the nation of Israel with Passover blood. The blood of the Passover was that when the angel of death came, blessings, full moon in Libra, love it, full pink super moon tonight. Get out there and look at the moon tonight. I'm gonna look out the moon when we complete here because I know it's probably out in shining glory. I'm in New Orleans right now. So the blood told the angel of destruction, according to how the story goes, the angel of destruction saw the blood over the doorpost and would pass over that home and not kill the firstborn of everything in the home. Because when the plagues came and Moses declared these plagues on Egypt, right? We know this is metaphor, right? The metaphor, because they have not been able to find any evidence of any mass million people walking through the wilderness or anything like that. Metaphor. And this is metaphor to help us understand sacred things, what's very sacred, okay? Passover starts tomorrow, and this is the season of Lent, and we have Easter coming up this weekend, right? So we're in a holy season right now, so this is the perfect time. Yeah, so the angel of death was going to come, right? Because according to the story, according to metaphor, Moses told the Egyptians, this was the 10th and final plague, that if they did not let the Israelites go, that they would now suffer the death of the firstborn of everything. So that's not just the firstborn of humans. That would also be the firstborn of cattle and animals and so forth and so on. So there's going to be this mass slaughter. And what did God say? God told the Israelites, now mind you, this is from the Hebrew Bible. Please want us to understand some context here. This is from the Hebrew Bible. This is not from the Egyptian perspective. If you look at the Egyptian perspective, you will find a different story. This is from the Hebrew Bible for meaning for Hebrew people. Okay, I want us to understand that. So, and I love all the perspectives. I read them all. So, the story is, right? Oh, your son's birthday is tomorrow. Yay. So the story is that God told the Israelites to put the blood of the Passover lamb over the doorway to slaughter an animal, take the blood, and spread the blood over the doorway. What was this? This is all magic and this is all metaphysical. What did it mean? It means that now here comes the angel of death. The angel of death is going to wipe out of every house. The angel of death is going to go from house to house to house and wipe out, in other words, bring back to God the firstborn of every single house, including the king of Egypt at the time, who is purported to be Ramses. Now, this is not fact. Please don't look in the history vaults and try to find. This is metaphor, right? The Bible is metaphysical, it's magical, it's mystical, it's metaphor, it's allegory, it's symbolic, it's astrology, it's all of that. Watch the movie Zeitgeist, okay? Now, when the angel of death came along and saw on Passover night the blood on the doorpost, the angel would pass over that house. The blood was a symbol and it was a pact between God and humanity that if you had this on your door, you will be protected, because now the angel is going to come and the angel is going to see the blood and the angel is going to go to the next house. The blood was a safety covered by the blood. And then we have the same thing coming on down with Jesus. We have that he died and the whole blood. The whole Christian religion is based on blood. So I don't really know why people would be squeamish about blood. The whole Christian religion is based on blood. They're going to plead the blood. It's all blood based. Why? Because blood is important. Blood is a pact. Blood is binding. So that's why we have blood oath. That's why it makes sense to to take a blood oath. So there's that about the blood. We're complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being in the party. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being in the book launch party. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for buying the books. Buy the books, buy the books, buy the books. Don't play. And while you're there, if you love this channel and you love what this channel puts out, buy the books. Buy more than that book. Buy the rest of the books too. And while you're there, leave reviews. Reviews are so helpful to everyone. I love you. I appreciate you. And let's have fun with this book. And soon we'll be having coven formation all around in our Christian Witches community. We'll have initiated witches in our Christian Witches community. We'll have all kinds of fun and all kinds of services in our Christian Witches community. And if I get the opportunity before I leave the country, for 12 plus countries in 12 months, if I get the opportunity before then, that's in July. We'll see how the world shakes out. If I get the opportunity before then, I'm going to do a book tour to some magical witchy shops all around. I got to get my hats out the reliquary because I got to get my witch hats. I'm traveling all around. I can't carry all my witch hats with me. I have them in the reliquary. And so I am looking, hopefully, to be able to come to Christian Witches magic shops, not Christian Witches, magic shops, because I don't think we have any Christian Witches magic shops yet, though it's my intention to open one for Christian Witches witchcraft and supplies, because when you go on Amazon, there's a huge search for Christian witchcraft supplies, Christian witchcraft spells. Maybe that's the next book I need to write. All right, I love you. Have a beautiful night. God bless, and buy the book. Don't play with me. Buy the book. Peace and love. Peace. ValerieLove.com and ChristianWitches.com.